You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
And good Tuesday morning, 7:09 right now. We're running a few minutes late here this morning. Had to take the kids to the bus stop, let the wife sleep in, and it is a brutally cold start to the day, but a beautiful, gorgeous sunrise taking shape here around Maryville and all of East Tennessee. A nice, crystal clear start to the day. But, oh my goodness, friends, we've dipped down to about 26 degrees, so it is cold for sure to get the day started. Sure hope you're having a great day so far. Did any of you see any flurries yesterday, some snow showers? We've got a great video to start off with here this morning of some flurries up into the Kingsport area. Got a couple of viewers joining from up there. Eli Bray sharing this one from Kingsport. Look at the wind. The trees were blowing around like crazy. That gave us wind chill values only in the teens, 20s and 30s. But once the sun went down, temperatures dropped down in the teens with those wind chill values. And it was brutally cold, but a nice sight to see. I know some of you on social media were sitting there going, no, I don't want snow. But come on, man. It's beautiful. It's cold, but it didn't cause any major issues here to get the day started. So here's the deal. We're going to walk you through the forecast for the day today. Then we're going to continue to show you the big picture weather pattern. What I want to highlight here is what we can anticipate this week. Busy travel week. Millions are going to be traveling across the country. Some of you may be traveling. And if you are, let me know here on the chat this morning. Let me know where you're going. I know a couple people were heading off to Indiana, but we are talking about a pretty quiet travel week here this week. And so that's good news to pass along. All right, let's go to the weather maps and we'll show you what we're talking about, because as we highlight the weather headlines, it's cold. It's going to be sunny though, but it's definitely going to be a cold day here around town. Dry through the work week, warm Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So for those of you that were wishing for a white Christmas, unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be in the cards this year. But we're also talking about the chance for some maybe rain late on Christmas Day, and then shortly thereafter, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday timeframe, there's another storm system that's going to be setting up shop. Looks like it's going to bring us rain, colder weather, and maybe some snow, but that's like over a week away. So we'll keep you posted on all that. And of course, more importantly, let's get you out the door here this morning. So a live look there at our satellite and radar. We do have clear skies. The clouds were with us. We kind of wrung out the atmosphere. If you're waking up with a little dusting of snow on the back patios, the rooftops, the cars, hit me up on the chat here this morning. Let me know if you are experiencing that as you travel out and about to get the day started. But we're just kind of wringing out the atmosphere. When you look at road conditions are fairly good, but you can see our road conditions map is showing maybe the possibility of some light snow from Union County to Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock, maybe even in parts of northern Hamblen County up near the Tri-Cities area, and of course the Smoky Mountains. But again, if you're waking up with a little bit of snow on the ground, let me know. Maybe go out and grab a quick little photo, although don't do it in your bathrobe. It's cold. It's a chilly start. So those low gray clouds are moving on out. Abundant sunshine, and that's allowing us for those gorgeous views that I just showed you here just a moment ago. So no fog issues here to get the day started. So that's a nice note to pass along here this morning. Traffic's running smoothly. One question I do want to ask you here on this chat, if you're just now joining and you are on the chat, obviously if you're on ROKU TV, Amazon Fire, you cannot add to the chat unless you hop on social media or on YouTube. But let me ask you a question. Do you want me to do traffic in the morning? I can do some TDOT stuff. I can show you some cameras. I can highlight some traffic, but if that would make your life better and easier to get out the door, I will definitely think about doing that. I just want to know, is it going to be a waste of time? I always thought that doing traffic on TV was a little waste of time, but maybe not for everybody. And again, I didn't travel out and about in the morning rush hour, so maybe it's beneficial. I always thought traffic was better for radio if you listen to radio, but then again, maybe you're not listening to radio. Look at these temperatures. We're down in the teens and 20s here to get the day started. At least the wind is light here this morning, but we are trending about 15 to almost 20 degrees colder here at this hour than what we were yesterday, thanks to the clear skies and that colder air mass that blew in yesterday evening. We saw quite a bit of sunshine yesterday afternoon, then the clouds filled back in, and yeah, we saw that transition with some snow flurries around town. All right, so this morning and getting us everyone out the door, we're starting off in the teens and 20s. By noon, we're only going to be at 35, so it is going to be a chilly lunch hour for sure. Nothing to show you on the Futurecast, so I'm not going to show you that. Let's talk about high temperatures here today. We'll only be in the 30s and low 40s, so again, another cold day around East Tennessee, but at least we'll have plenty of sunshine. When you look at our afternoon wind, a little bit of a breeze, not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. Probably have a little bit more wind up near Tri-Cities, so Greene County, Hawkins, Hancock counties as well, just due to the fact that we have this departing low-pressure system. And that's really going to, the pressure gradient, how the wind blows will lighten up here throughout the day today. So not a lot of wind, but when you're talking temperatures only in the 40s or low 40s, that's going to give us some wind chill values in the mid to upper 30s. So yeah, a cold, raw winter day, but at least we'll have some sunshine. So don't leave the house without the sunglasses here. Evening forecast, once that sun goes down, it's going to be cold. So maybe if you have any sort of evening plans heading off to dinner, maybe you don't want to cook here this week. You're like, I'm going to be cooking a ton come this weekend, getting ready for Christmas. And it's just like, let's eat out all week long. Well, it's going to be a chilly night, so grab the jackets for sure. Down to 35 degrees by dinner time and bedtime tonight. We're down to about 30. So that means it's going to transition to yet another cold start to our day tomorrow. But as we look ahead through the day tomorrow and your 3-day forecast, we're going to round out the week with a few clouds here or there. So we'll call it partly cloudy in general. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures go from 50 degrees or near 50 on Wednesday into the mid-50s to round out the week. Remember, an average high for this time of year is in the upper 40s to low 50s, and so we're looking at a really nice week. Now, again, we will highlight that travel forecast here in just a moment, but for those of you just now tuning in, I wanted to show you a beautiful sunrise taking shape here to get the day started. That's a live look from Maryville, and again, just gorgeous sunshine to grace us with its presence here this morning. We don't have any fog out there. We don't have any, we have some frost, and some of you may be experiencing, again, just a little coating of snow on the ground if you happen to get some flurries during the overnight hours. But nice views from around East Tennessee here to get the day started. But I do want to also talk about that travel forecast for anybody going to be traveling around the area. We are looking at a big travel week. So let's go back to the weather maps. Big trough of low pressure is still going to bring in some snow showers across parts of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York. You got those lake effect snows thanks to that northwesterly wind blowing off the Great Lakes, grabbing some of that warmer, moist air and producing it into the snow up near Buffalo and Erie, Pennsylvania, even Montreal up into Canada as well. Okay, so that trough is hanging out with us at this hour, but the good news is that trough is going to kick its way on out. So we're going to move it on out of here. And with that, that's going to allow for a ridge of high pressure to build on in. So we pick up our timeline here this morning at 7 o'clock. You can see that trough and the colder air across the eastern seaboard. That's what's affecting us. But watch this. I'm going to take you all the way through Friday. A nice little ridge of high pressure dominates much of the weather pattern across the U.S. A couple of disturbances up near the Great Lakes. That may bring us a few clouds by the, middle to latter part of the week. But that's really going to be about the extent of it. When you talk about rainfall from now through Friday, Chicago down to Houston, Dallas, Wichita, across the Great Plains. So anybody traveling Interstate 40, 70, Interstate 80, or traveling to the upper Midwest may run into some rain through the week. Heavy rain across the West Coast. The river of moisture is moving its way into California. And that's not only going to produce heavy rain into California, but it's also going to produce some snowfall across the Sierra Nevada. So when we look at our snowfall forecast from now through Friday, again, pretty lackluster. So thank you, high pressure. A busy travel week here across the country, and there really shouldn't be any major travel concerns when it comes to weather. Obviously, weather affects the U.S. travel, the airlines, the most, but that's just the weather part of it. You know, there's other aspects to airline delays and whatnot. Then as we get into our Saturday, Sunday, Monday, here comes another low pressure system moving its way out of the Pacific Northwest. That's going to spin its way across the Rockies. And that's going to produce a lot of snow. So skiers and snowboarders, anybody heading out to the West Coast to do some skiing for Christmas? I know a lot of families do. Well, good news. Fresh snow across the Rockies from Colorado to Wyoming, into Idaho, and over into the Sierra Nevada. So some good, solid, fresh skiing for anybody traveling across the West Coast for the holidays. But if you're staying here locally or regionally, here we go. Now, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, as that low tracks its way into the Great Plains and out of the Intermountain West of the Rocky Mountains, that's going to produce rain. So heavy rain along and west of the Mississippi River Valley from the Great Lakes down to the Gulf of Mexico. And those are the showers that could be affecting us on into our Christmas day. So speaking of which, let's show you that temperature trend over the next 7 days. While we'll only be right around 40 degrees here today, we're going to climb to near 50 for your Wednesday, Thursday, mid-50s Friday, Saturday. Christmas Eve, anybody going to head off to the Christmas Eve services? It's going to be a nice night for that. As of right now, I don't expect any rain. We'll see how this whole storm system plays out here over the next several days, so make sure you check back in. But Christmas Eve should be mostly cloudy, warmer. We're right around 60. Christmas Day, All right, let's highlight your Christmas Day forecast. Can you believe we're almost there? Less than a week away. Right now I'm going about 59 degrees or so. We'll go near 60. So it is going to be a warm Christmas Day, which would be nice, I suppose, if you're going to be doing a bunch of cooking. Maybe the kids get some bicycles or scooters and want to get out and play, maybe throw the football a little bit during the afternoon. But do anticipate, as it stands right now, Christmas Day, expect increasing rain. Going about 40% chance right now. I like to tailor those percentages up as we get closer, so that will likely be tailored up or maybe down, depending on the timing of the system and how it all plays out. But I do anticipate some rain Christmas Day. And then, as I mentioned, beyond Christmas Day, we've got another disturbance that's going to swing through, and that could wrap itself up for several days, meaning unsettled weather as we get, closer to New Year's Eve. But we're also talking about the possibility of above average temperatures for New Year's Eve as well. All right, so thanks for joining me here on the chat this morning. Again, thanks for joining on Roku. I just got some stats on the Roku app. I've had over 1,000 downloads on the Roku app for East Tennessee weather. And some of you, I do appreciate it. You have that on all the time because I've had over 22 days of viewership on the Roku app. That's 22 days. Like, add that up to hours. That's a lot. So thank you so much for putting East Tennessee weather in the background for wherever you may be. All right, let's say good morning to everyone. See how everyone is doing this morning. It is cold. Okay, so Tina, you would like to see traffic, or at least, have me talk about. We don't want to see traffic, but you want me to talk about traffic. If that would help you out, I would gladly like to do that as well. So I can start doing that in the coming days if that would help you. So Tina says yes to showing a little bit of traffic. Typically, we don't, it's usually about this time of the morning that we start to get a lot of traffic, especially on Interstate 40. So if you want that, I can help you out with that, hopefully. Sharon, good morning to you. Good morning, Pat, and good morning, everyone. So sure hope you have a great day. It's a nice morning for a cup of coffee, and my cup of coffee this morning, I do that pour over. If you remember, I threw some cinnamon on top of my coffee, and so now I've got like a cinnamon-tasting coffee this morning. It's actually pretty good, and drinking it black here as well. All right, we don't have any questions out there. Let everyone get out to the door, get their day started here. Remember, it's cold. Bundle up. We've got temperatures in the teens and 20s here to get the day started, but a nice weather pattern on the way. One thing I do want to highlight real quick, for those of you that may or may not have the East Tennessee weather app, if you are going to be traveling this week, here's a quick hint. If you go to and open up the East Tennessee weather app, this is what you see. See at the top of the screen, top center, where it says Knoxville, Tennessee, and you say current location, there's a little plus sign. Wherever you may be traveling to here this week, just click that little plus sign. Go to add location. Say we're going to be going to, let's put in, where are we going? Let's do Chicago. So you type in Chicago. There it is, right there at the top of your screen. You click on Chicago. Yes, I want all the alerts. You save it. The cool thing is now you go back to it, and there's Knoxville. So now we'll show you, I have Denver in there, but now I just added Chicago. So now it takes you to the map of Chicago. It gives you the temperatures. You click on that forecast, and you can get all the weather information you need to know, from your overview to your currents, to your hourly, to your daily. And of course, you've got the radar right there at your fingertips. So it's a good travel tool to have in your back pocket. The East Tennessee weather app, it goes wherever you may go. All right, everybody having a good holiday season. Remember, I told you those stores that were closed this past weekend? Well, I ended up getting my kids' present yesterday, braving the Turkey Creek area. Yeah, some of you said on social media, good luck if you're braving Turkey Creek. It's a bit on the madhouse out there, and it was indeed. If you got to get some holiday shopping done, it's going to be great for the rest of the week, so no issues whatsoever. Again, the question this morning was, if you want to see some traffic or you want me to show you some of the TDOT stuff to get you out the door, I will be glad to do that if that's going to help you out. I just want to make your day better and easier for so you know exactly how to prepare for, getting out the door and, of course, the days ahead. Nice travel week ahead of us here this week, so no issues whatsoever. All right, I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour channel. We'll bring it back to the top, and we'll show you some views around East Tennessee and some current conditions. Remember, on the 24-hour channel, I come up about every 5 to 8 minutes. We've got current data, current temperatures, satellite and radar, day parts, 7-day forecast, future casts for all parts of East Tennessee. Happy Tuesday. Christmas less than a week away, my friends. We'll see you back here real soon.
You're watching East Tennessee weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Hi, everyone. Sure hope you had a great day yesterday. It was cold, it was cloudy, it was blustery, not cloudy all day, and we actually ended the day with some blustery, snowy conditions across East Tennessee. This is video coming in from the Kingsport area. Thanks to Eli Bray for passing that along, and you can see the winds whipping around yesterday as that disturbance swung its way on through. Now, that's moving its way on out eventually, and we'll see improving conditions. So plenty of sunshine, quiet, dry weather here this week. Warm into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but on Christmas Day, it does look like rain will settle in late in the day. We've got much more on your travel forecast across the country. We're highlighting Christmas Day as well. Give me about 20-30 minutes of your time. Put this on in the background while you get ready for work and for school, and you'll get everything you need to know, especially if you're going to be traveling across the country. So we start off with temps in the 20s this morning. By noon, we only climbed to 35. Nothing to show you on the future cast. Plenty of sunshine today, but chilly sunshine, deceiving sunshine. We're only going to make it into the 40s, and temps drop pretty quickly into the evening hours. Dinner time, we're down to 35. Bedtime, we're down to about 30 degrees. That means it's going to be another chilly night ahead of us tonight, but a gradual warming trend on the way. I'll show you what it looks like with your 3-day forecast coming up in just a few. So after a chilly day today, it's going to be clear and cold again overnight tonight with low temperatures back down into the 20s. Nothing to show you on the future cast once again tomorrow. So as we head through the day on Wednesday, more seasonable temperatures return. We'll be back into the 40s and low 50s. And that trend continues on into our Wednesday, Thursday time frame. We're going to be in the low 50s. And that also continues to warm, or we will continue to warm, I should say, as we head into the upcoming weekend. Busy travel week here this week. We're going to highlight that with a big picture weather pattern for those of you that may be traveling. We're also highlighting Christmas Day and Christmas Eve's forecast. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Let's recap those weather headlines. It's going to be gorgeous but chilly today. Nice little warming trend on the way. And we're highlighting Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, plus that big picture travel forecast. So let's get to work. A big trough of low pressure been hanging out across the Appalachian region. That's what brought us the disturbance, the snow yesterday. More snow will continue across the Great Lakes and the northern tier. There is that trough of low pressure, but watch this. That gets scoured on out. We'll see a nice ridge building across the area all the way through Friday. So we're going to stop this timeline on Friday. If you have travel plans here this week, here's what it looks like for precipitation all the way through Friday. We're going to start to see some rain showers across the southern Great Plains and the upper Midwest. Heavy rain across the West Coast. Snowfall forecast, not a ton. Again, just through the day today and tomorrow across parts of the northern Appalachian Mountains. More snow into the southern Sierras, or I should say the Sierra Nevadas, and into the parts of the Pacific Northwest, but that's all the way through Friday, so no major travel concerns here this week. However, now let's go into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Christmas Day. Here comes a disturbance. Another low-pressure system going to dig its way into the Rockies, and that's going to produce snow. So skiers and snowboarders rejoice if you're heading to the West Coast to do some skiing for Christmas because some fresh snow from Wyoming to Colorado, down into New Mexico, Idaho, and the Pacific Northwest. Not much going on across the Great Plains except for rain, and the rain is going to pile up. So again, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or really more so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you're traveling this weekend across parts of the plains or the southern tier, you're going to run into quite a bit of rain, but it's all liquid precipitation from this point of view anyways. So looking at your temperature trend, we're going to see those temps climb above average actually to round out the week. And heading into the weekend, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, temperatures should be near 60 degrees. So here's what we're highlighting for Christmas Day so far. We'll go temps near 60, mostly cloudy, increasing rain late in the day. We'll go about 40% chance of rain right now, but we'll be tailoring that accordingly as we head through the rest of the week. So make sure you check back in, and if you are traveling, travel safely. right, let's recap our forecast for the day today. It's going to be a chilly day. Temperatures only topping out near 40 degrees, so well below average, but at least we'll have abundant sunshine. So don't forget the sunglasses. And then clear and cold overnight tonight as temps dip down into the 20s again. We're going to see a nice little warming trend on the way for the rest of the week into the holiday weekend, where temperatures will be pushing close to 60 on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And remember, we're talking about a chance of rain to increase late in the day on Christmas Day. We'll keep you posted on that. See you soon.